The role of women in the United States has changed dramatically over the past few decades. In 1969, women were only 1/3 of the workforce. Today, almost half of all workers in the nation are women. But when it comes to economic stability, health, and leadership, men are still the winners. And that is certainly true in Oklahoma. A recent study by the Center for American Progress ranks Oklahoma 48th among all states for women, ahead of only Louisiana and Utah.
If you are a woman living and working in Oklahoma, chances are your quality of life would be better if you lived in another state. According to the State of Women report compiled by the Center for American Progress, Oklahoma receives an F overall as a place for women to live. Kate Ritchie is an analyst with the Oklahoma Policy Institute and has studied the data and methodology the center used to come to that conclusion.
The area that we really perform poorly, where women are really behind consistently compared to other states, is in health and health outcomes.
The study gives Oklahoma a grade of F for health, due in part because 20% of Oklahoma women die as a result of childbirth, and 7.5% of infants die before the age of 1 year. While low-income women do receive Medicaid assistance during pregnancy, Ritchie says 20% of women don't have access to health care between pregnancies.
And so when they become pregnant, something that might have been a minor issue becomes a much bigger issue and could threaten the health of the baby. So we need all women of reproductive age to have access to basic preventive care.
Mana Tahai is the Director of Racial Justice for YWCA Tulsa and has also analyzed the national report.
I think when you look in the aggregate, it becomes really evident that Oklahoma has in a lot of ways left women behind.
Tahai believes the common thinking among Oklahomans is that more women here are making bad life choices.
It might be easy to sort of chalk a lot of this up to, well, certain people are just bad at life. Certain people are, certain communities are just, not making good decisions. But I think we all know that, the women in our lives aren't facing these issues because they're bad.
She says economics play a big role in women's health.
It's all well and good for me to tell people that they should eat more vegetables. But, if their SNAP benefits are a finite amount and, an apple is so many calories, but a 50-cent box of cornbread is going to feed my kids, that's not necessarily a choice that is one that I could say is an easy choice to make.
Felicia Collins-Correia sits on the board of the Oklahoma Women's Coalition. She says the State of Women report is a wake-up call.
You could say, oh, well, we have a woman for governor. Isn't that great? Our state is doing well. But I think that the takeaway really is, what is the information telling us? We are number one in female incarceration in the nation, in fact, in the world. We're number third worst for women dying at the hands of batterers.
As far as women in leadership roles, the report also gives Oklahoma an F. In 2006, Mary Fallon became the second Oklahoma woman elected to Congress. The first was Alice Mary Robertson, and that was in 1921. Today, women make up only 13% of the state legislature.
For the last decade, we have been either the last or second to last for the number of women that are elected to serve in the state Senate or the state House. We don't have enough women representing Oklahomans.
Every time our party goes out and looks for candidates, they're not looking for women because they're men. And they believe that men are these special beings and that women aren't. So they're just looking according to their own orientation.
Do you find it's still very much a good old boys club? Or
Absolutely. Has it changed? Not really, I don't think, but I'm not a good old boy, but I am a runner. And so I found that's been a common denominator, because if you're involved in sports, a lot of times that opens up the conversation for you.
Tahai says the political climate keeps many capable women from seeking office.
So I know a lot of people my age who are very interested in these issues, who want equity, who want justice, who want, communities that are thriving for everyone, but they don't see getting involved in elected office as being the solution, because they see that in some ways as being sort of an entrenched, ineffective body.
State Representative Katie Henke completed her first term last session.
We need to do a better job as Oklahomans and in our districts of encouraging young women to get involved. I think a lot of times they just don't really think that they're qualified or that they can do this job, and they absolutely can, and we need them.
On a positive note, women are faring much better than other states when it comes to economic security. The State of Women report gives the state a B-. Women earn on average 76 cents for every dollar a white male makes. Louisiana received the worst ranking. Women there only make 48 cents for every dollar made by white men. Another reason for the B- grade for economic security is that 74% of 4-year-olds are enrolled in pre-K. Ritchie says that gives women better employment opportunities.
Enormously helpful for a single parent to have a place where their child can go and learn, and they can be in the labor force and earn enough money to provide for their family. So that's really key for women. It's a labor force earnings issue.
Rachel Hutching is a board member for Workforce Oklahoma. She says improving women's status is a matter of education.
The jobs like engineers, it's primarily men. So really exposing younger girls to the kinds of jobs that could create that kind of opportunity and, you know, be a self-sustaining, livable wage. I think all those issues that they highlighted in the report are really symptoms to that problem.
Felicia Collins-Correia believes to make Oklahoma a better place to live, more women need to speak up and get involved.
If you're touched by the problem after you read the facts, educate yourself, go online to OklahomaWomen'sCoalition.org, learn more about it, attend a forum, and write your legislators. They receive 4 or 5 letters about an issue, they realize they have to do something about it.
Moneta High is doing something about it. She is researching all data on Oklahoma women and will offer the findings and recommended solutions to lawmakers next year.